It seems that every time we think for a moment that we have entered a more enlightened era of tolerance, the age-old demon of anti-Semitism comes back with a new virulence. And make no mistake, anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiments are all too often totally entwined. Over the past 5 years, we've watched the specter of anti-Semitism rise again in Europe, where it seems to live in the soil as their original sin. Neo-Nazi gangs march in the streets of European capitals. Members of Parliament from London to Budapest run and win on platforms that actively promote hostility towards Jews and other religious minorities. European Jews are now thinking twice before they wear a yarmulke in public or hang a mezuzah in their doorframe. Echoes of our people's dark history in Europe are growing louder and louder. What is happening in Europe is an outrage, and it ought to be condemned by leaders of the world from every faith and nationality. But anti-Semitism has always simmered just a bit beneath the surface in Europe. It's far more shocking to see this scourge rear its ugly head here in our dear country, America, re-emerging with a strength that we haven't seen in decades. Into Queens, I'd always had a district in Brooklyn. The darkest and most hateful fringes of our society, from the far left to the far right, are newly emboldened. We cannot stand for this.
We come together in the aftermath of an election that has left our country divided. But our democracy is strong, and God is always with us. Our faith tells us that we have not done enough to rid our nation of the poisonous attitudes we are witnessing now. A presidential campaign where hate speech went unchallenged, an atmosphere that had emboldened anti-Semites to desecrate Jewish cemeteries, hate crimes continuing to increase, white supremacists and the alt-right feel empowered and connected to the White House. That is unacceptable. With many voices and one mission, elected leaders and community activists must condemn anti-Semitism and other bigotry in all forms.